Dude, get that chat GPT off the screen. We're recording.
Are we? Oh, you're
Yeah.
already record. What are you doing? Oh, nice.
Because
The
every time I
podcast.
don't,
Where have you been?
every time I don't, we miss something good.
Okay, I gotta do my non-paying job now.
Look at this guy.
The highest
We pay-
paid
we pay
employee
him.
here.
I love you.
We pay him.
What?
Don't tell people we don't pay you. We pay you.
In love? You said you didn't pay me in like the last episode.
Yeah, we changed our minds. We pay.
We got another sub off of the short that I put up yesterday. We're at 66.
Hell yeah.
People
The
love
road to
bidets.
100.
Yeah, people love bidets and like all that sort of nonsense.
People
I'm
That's
love
all-
kidding.
That's all we're good at, really.
poop. How much of our episodes have revolved around fecal matter at some
Oh,
point? It's got to be like
Before-
20%, right?
Yeah, before we get too deep, I was requested by our good friend Michael Swaden.
Yep.
Shout out Sway, that we
What's up, Sway?
give a poop warning if our episode's gonna really delve
does-
into the fecal content.
Does he not like poop? Is he
No, he
off?
loved it. He loved it.
Oh.
He just wanted a heads up.
Oh, okay. So he wants to get excited before the poop happens to prepare
little-
for the poop. Okay.
Yes,
Little
sir.
NSFW, I guess. You're feeding back.
Who's feeding
Brennan.
back?
Brennan is. I hear him echoing. Is he echoing on me?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's not. I don't hear him echo.
I don't hear an echo, yeah.
Yeah, we should do all this stuff before we start the show. Who here
I'm not
record?
You?
Everyone's fine. Don't worry
It's
about it.
okay. The
Welcome.
world of editing exists.
Welcome
Ah,
to Frolic Harder, and welcome to Chocolate Mess.
Oh, well, maybe you should give a heads up about that poop stuff now.
Yeah, is this poop-related content coming?
This episode contains poop emojis. So, yeah, we can kind of get into it, and then we'll see where this evening takes us. So, the last episode, Producer Moo. Oh yeah, my name's Matt. I got new glasses. That's Brennan. He's got his non-Packers hat on again. Love
Yo.
to see it. And the producer himself, everyone's favorite cow, Producer Moo.
Moo. Hello.
Hello,
I didn't lose
everyone.
any fans after all the stuff I said last time.
That's-
Although we have,
Are
That's a
we
win.
sure?
I don't know, the Swifty episode's coming out soon.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
the one. That's the
That's
one.
the one we're afraid for that one.
Yeah, you haven't done anything
Uh,
crazy since until then.
I haven't gone through that episode yet, but I'm hoping to clip like a lot of
Don't do
stuff
it,
out
coward.
of it.
Coward.
Don't do
Coward.
it.
Coward.
Get it?
He's gonna roll
Nah.
back everything he said about the Swifties.
I'm gonna
He's
post
gonna edit it so
everything
it's
for
all
the-
his voice is on one of our faces.
It-
Right? It's gonna be
I can-
it's gonna be AI of just me and you bashing Swifties out there.
I have more than enough of your guys' voice recorded to be able to have an AI duplicate it.
This is why we don't pay you. You're always threatening us.
You just said we paid him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
what the hell?
totally
You
pay
said
you.
it live.
See now everybody's gonna think we're
No, I'm gonna post a
frauds.
bunch of
We're
clips
cheap.
of the Swifty stuff so we get rage clicks. That's how we do it.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I was hoping you would do that.
half the
We're
business.
both we're living in the past and the future all at
That's
once.
the plan. Cable fell.
Yeah.
So what's the topic? I mean, we heard the title.
So yeah, last episode you recanted a story of accompanying me to a track meet in which you took down a 2-liter of Coke for those that didn't hear,
and then the
and
2-liter Coke took down you.
and then two tall boy Red Bulls, and then it destroyed your insides.
Yep.
And you shit yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Unapologetic about it.
Yeah.
I was a legally grown man at the time too. So like, it wasn't like
You weren't a
wasn't like,
child.
like
it's not like you took your
junior
kid,
high or
yeah.
nothing. No, this was a college track meet, if I recall. Like it was like,
It was
whatever
high
it's
school if you
called.
want to
Was it?
maybe still say you were a child.
What year of high school? Like
Uh,
was this
two-
when I
A senior
this was
year.
when I was so I was
So I guess
still
we
17.
were adults technically.
You're straddling 17 or 18.
We weren't-
there. It's
we weren't
17
legal.
or 18.
No, because I wasn't 17 before everybody
Oh, yeah,
graduated.
it was a
but if
sprint.
this
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
So
I
you're
wasn't
still a
18.
child. Yeah,
I
You were a
was.
child.
This
Oh, yeah,
gets more of a pass now.
I was just a
This is-
kid that shit
yeah.
myself. It happens.
This is fine. It happens when you're a kid.
Oh yeah, Sway. Poopy warning. Coming in hot.
Coming in steamy. Here we go.
It's really gonna come in. So that reminded me. Y'all remember. I say y'all now. By the way, I apologize.
I don't like this.
I'm sorry. It's so much easier. I don't know why. More
Don't
people
say
should
it
say
all
y'all.
the time. No, it's so
No.
annoying.
No,
There's a
it's
YouTuber I watch
so
that
much
does it, and
easier.
it's every
the
other
South has
word out of
changed
his
you.
mouth.
It's so much easier. Just say y'all.
They or them. Come on, let's
Y'all.
not be rude.
Y'all.
Y'all means all.
Y'all them y'all.
So this reminded me. But y'all remember ESPN the magazine when that was a thing?
Yes.
Mhm.
I used to have a subscription, and I remember
You
in
would
one of
be
those-
the only guy that I know that
In
had
the
a
world.
subscription to the
Yeah.
ESPN magazine. Yeah, you would
it
be
was
that
good
guy.
stuff. It was good stuff.
I had
It
East
maybe
Bay.
I don't really
I
remember.
just like shoes.
East Bay was free, and you just got the
Yeah, it was
Go
just
through it.
You had
gear.
to subscribe.
okay, kind of.
I
You didn't have
like
to pay,
It was free.
and the shoes were all nice to look at.
I bought like one pair every 5 years.
Yeah. So anyway, this is one of those when they did the body issue, where the whole point was to like just look at different athletes in the nude,
Mm.
hmm
and it included was a article I've never forgotten. The title of that article was "It Happens."
Of course it does.
Wait, what year was this?
2010
Oh, is this Paul Pierce? Tell me it's Paul Pierce.
is not Paul Pierce at all.
Oh,
Sadly.
opportunity missed.
Yeah. Called "It Happens," and you can go into that later. Actually, when we're kind of wrapped it up. This was written by a man named David Fleming. So this article obviously gets into athletes pooping and how obviously you poop in public. If you just like went and just shat yourself on the side of the road, not really accepted at all.
That's probably agreeable.
Looked down upon, I would
Yeah.
say.
It's frowned upon.
But an athlete does it, they're persevering. It's courageous.
No,
They're just striving for greatness.
disagree. Check. Disagree.
Okay,
So I gotta.
I'm hearing weird background noises. I gotta stop you because it's gonna fuck up our audio. Brennan, are you sure you're going through your mic and not through your laptop?
100%. There's nothing connected
No,
to my laptop
I'm-
here,
Your
other than it
laptop
plugging
also
in.
has
But
your laptop has a mic on it, and it sounds similar to the audio that feedback.
it's
that I'm
not
hearing.
on.
It's so weird. I'm hearing an echo. And
I've
air
changed
conditioner.
nothing since the last time.
Who has their air conditioner
Oh,
I'm
mine's on.
on? Oh, okay. It's fine. I'll try to cut it out, but just letting you know it's audible. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay, we're good. Don't cut any of that. Leave.
No,
Oh wait,
I don't cut
What's that?
anything anymore.
Did you find something?
echo cancellation is on.
It's
Echo
all. We
cancellation.
usually turn them
Okay.
on.
It
Yeah.
Okay, I
it
was
doesn't
like,
really work with anything, anyways.
Yeah.
If you have
I've
it's
even
for-
lowered my volume and gain lower than I usually have it.
the echo cancellations for feedback if you're not wearing headphones.
Yeah, my gain's on like 8 o'clock.
But like when you click on your little mic button at the bottom, it says the right mic, right?
Now you're muted. Now producer Moo is muted, and I'm the only one talking.
Hi. Am I there?
Hi. Yep.
Okay, scroll over the mic button, Brennan, and then hit unmute mic.
Now he's muted again.
The YouTube's gonna be fun because we could like
My
put
God,
words
this
in his
thing
mouth.
was never set to muted.
There you go. It definitely muted.
No, I toggled it on and off like 3 times to check, and it just
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
switch over.
It doesn't work very well. Okay, so
Are we fixed?
oh yeah, and
Are
I don't
we?
really I
we're
don't
still
really edit
echoing.
anything out. No, you're still echoing, but it is what it is.
Should we just like shut down and restart?
No, I think it's just room noise. It happens.
Okay, let me try turning off my air conditioning. We can clip this all out. Give me a second.
I'm
Okay.
not clipping shit.
Yeah, clip
Even if
this
you
all
guys
out.
did-
This is not exciting.
What? Nah. So, my kid's potty training. He's had multiple successful pees, and today was the first time during nap time that he used his toilet by himself in the middle. He didn't take his nap, but he
We'll
didn't
take a
ask for us
second
to
to
come
shut
and
off.
help him. No worries. Don't kill yourself. It's the hottest day of the year.
Fuck yeah, it is.
It's 117 out here. So
It's
and
not
my
that
house
hot.
is like 80.
It's in the mid 80s outside here right now.
See, I kept that going. My kid's fucking peeing in a toilet. Well, he's peeing in a plastic potty thing. He likes flushing it down the toilet. So it's good times. Okay, so the Body magazine, dude's talking about athletes taking shits.
I hope all that gets cut out. We'll pay you for this episode if you cut all of that out.
I'll cut whatever you guys out. Ready?
Wonderful.
Go.
Okay.
Pick it back up.
Back
Sorry,
at it. We're back.
audio issues bother me.
We're back. Best dad ever. Look at this guy.
Yes.
Backward.
Okay. We're going to jump into
Okay.
this. We're going to salvage this.
Are we still echoing?
Seb, Dad, Rever. What?
Are we still echoing?
Not as bad, no.
Okay.
Okay,
AC
there you
just
go.
shut off.
We
All right, we're
fixed
good.
it.
Continue.
We're going. Here we go. So, as I said, athletes, courageous heroes when they crap themselves. But the author broke down. So I kind of broke apart the article. It's a little better for us. First thing we want to point out, I know we did a poop episode sort of, but this is much better info from ESPN the magazine than looking up porta potties.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poop is the enemy. There's no
Really?
doubt about it. Yes. A single
pooping.
gram, let me tell you, a single gram of poo contains 10 million viruses, 1
That's just
million
a pinch
bacteria,
of poop.
100 parasite cysts, and 100 worm eggs in 1 gram.
No.
One
Like,
little gram of poo.
My poop?
Everyone's poop.
If that all existed in me, though, wouldn't I be sick?
That's why you flush it out.
So then poop's not the enemy. It's
Poop is the
savior.
enemy.
It's the savior. It saves you. Don't go eating it. Don't play with your poop. Gotta teach your kid that.
Do you think people are just like,
Just
Here.
playing with poop?
eat poop? Yeah, I mean,
If that's how we expel all that nastiness, then it's the savior. But if you go and fucking play with it and eat it or do some weird shit with it, then it's the enemy.
well, who's playing? Like Matt said, who's playing with poop?
Yeah, who's just
Then
out
why-
there? It's like,
Then why is it the enemy?
Because it's poop.
yeah.
Whatever, dude. I enjoy my poops.
It's because you have a butt cleansing bidet.
Yeah, I get a butthole massage every time I poop.
Ugh, God.
Jesus Christ, Moo.
So, the Natural Resources Defense Council, which is a thing, it's kind of like the Galactic Empire, informed us all that 90% of the world's sewage ends up untreated in your lakes, rivers, and oceans.
That's why you don't swim in lakes.
Rivers or oceans. Just don't
Oceans or
swim.
oceans. Just don't swim. That's why I always say, don't. We're not meant to be out. If we were meant to be in the ocean, we'd have gills or be like Aquaman.
What
Yeah,
about dolphins?
And don't go to like any water parks.
We're not dolphins. If we were meant to be in the ocean, we'd be dolphins.
We'd have blowholes.
Blowholes.
Some would say
What?
you
Why
have
did-
a blowhole.
Hey,
What?
why no water parks? I understand why the
It's-
lazy river is warm,
It's
but
mostly pee.
it feels very
It's-
good.
Probably. It feels good because it's warm, nice water that's warm because someone peed in it.
Pee. It's a lot
Yeah.
of pee.
It's so much pee.
It is. That's why it's warm and kind of off color looking.
Ugh.
I know what I get myself into. It's relaxing.
Let me tell you this, though.
Next.
Poo is so frowned upon
It ain't right.
that around 200 AD, a group of Gnostic Christians went so far as to argue that while Jesus was himself fully human, fully man, did not poop.
Neither is Kim
Impossible.
Jong-un.
So they made a
Un.
ruling that, he ate, he drank, just like a human. No pooping, though. Just all self-sustained.
He's God. Why would he poop?
Doubt. checking the doubt box again here. I just
Wow.
meditate and I made it go away. Is that his whole thing?
No, he's God. He's just doing it for a facade. The eating and drinking stuff, it's just to make you feel comfortable. But you don't watch him. You don't watch people poop unless
No.
you're weird. So he doesn't need to expel it. He's God. He can do whatever he wants. He walked on water, dude.
Allegedly.
And he turned water
And
into
that
wine.
water was full of fecal matter.
Does that make
Probably.
the water that he turned into wine like straight piss wine?
I mean, most wine tastes
Like a
piss,
wild
so-
vines?
Like a Wow, that was a throwback.
I love wild vines.
I
Not
know.
really. I haven't had it since whenever we had it.
I have to assume if you drank wild vines today, you'd probably just get diarrhea from the amount of sugar in it.
I'd probably still like it.
You'd probably still like
I'd
it.
probably still like it. I like my sweet beverages.
Hey man, that's okay.
It's fine. It's cool. It's like Kool-Aid.
It's like the Kool-Aid of the wine world.
Pretty
I
much.
like Kool-Aid without water. Just powder me.
Just snort it up like Coke.
I just like take
Just
a spoon
doing lines
and go,
of
"Ow."
Kool-Aid. Wait, you eat Kool-Aid powder with a spoon?
Why do you think my liver's all fucked up?
Wait, do you do that?
Not in a long time, but when I was a kid, fuck yeah.
He just
So kid
he-
like
he-
17 or kid like 8?
Nah, I moved up to like frosting and pickles and shit when I was 17.
he would be the guy that would, those big pixie sticks, like the big giant
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
He'd eat that, refill it with the Kool-Aid mix, and then just like blend in with the crowd there.
Pretty much, yeah. Fuck
Do you
yeah.
remember some of your great when I worked at the gym, some of your great meals you would pick up at the store? Like the combinations?
I just remember that lemon frosting and pickles and whatever else was with that.
Shredded cheese. Shredded cheese was the other
Just a snack. Just eat
sounds
shredded
so
cheese.
Good.
that's what he had. He had a lemon
Snack.
like little Debbie
Yeah.
frosting, thing of pickles, like a jar,
lemon
and
frosting
then shredded cheese. That was his meal.
So that's like if you were eating if you were going to watch a movie on Netflix on your couch. Let's just say it was today, but you from back then. You would grab frosting, pickles, and shredded cheese and just snack on that while you're eating a movie.
If you were that version of you now,
No.
Yeah, that was even before I smoked weed. Like, think about what I do with weed.
My God.
Remember? When I was living in Ventura, I lived on blow pops for like 2 weeks.
He'd sit there, grab a pickle, smother it in frosting, cake cheese on that, put it in the microwave, and then eat it.
No.
oh no, it was all
It's separate.
separate, but
Yeah,
together.
I can't mix foods, even like real food. I don't mix them. You start with one, then you work on to the next, and then
Oh,
you go
you
to
do
the
that?
other.
You're one of those
Yeah.
guys?
Unless it's corn. Corn mixes with everything.
Corn doesn't mix with everything.
That's true.
That's true.
But yeah, no,
Doesn't mix with poop though.
Nope. Does not get processed in the body.
Stands on its own.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Goes
corn-
out like it came in.
corn not like processed is kind of useless to the body. You can't really extract its nutrients very well.
Right. That's why it goes out the way it came in.
I like to see how many kernels I ate the night before in my poop.
Like, Jesus Christ. He's just deucing and then turning around and counting the corns.
Well, you don't look at your
And
poop to
that's
see
just
if
what-
you're healthy.
Well, I don't know.
I look at my poop every time I poop, basically every morning. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't sit
How-
there and
How long do you
Dissect
study
it.
it?
yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
just a second. Just gotta
Are you
make sure
getting
it's
good
healthy.
information just from a second glance, though?
Yeah, you just look. You make sure there's no blood. No tears in your colon.
No, the poop's not going to show you tears in your colon, though.
But if there's blood in your poop, you might have a tear in your colon, or
Okay,
you could have
that's fair.
cancer, or you could have other issues going on in your
Or you ate
digestive
Chipotle
tract.
the night before.
Same with you when you pee. You should always be looking at your pee. Make sure it's not too dark, because you could be like me and have a fucked up liver.
Are you
Isn't it-
peeing like neon Red Bull Gatorade color?
No, actually,
Like the
my
color
pee-
of Matt's cup? Is it coming out like the ooze from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Like,
my pee looks spectacular these days. But if you're hydrating really well and your pee comes out like brown, you need to seek medical attention.
I've never peed brown in my life.
Never
say
been
that's ever happened.
dehydrated? Not like brown, but like, a really dark yellow.
No, I mean I think that's happened to every human where you're just not drinking enough
Yes,
water and you're like, oh yeah,
but
I should probably
what
drink
I'm
some water.
saying
But
is like I've been having liver issues over the last few months. Not really like they're not that bad. I finally found out, but it's still a thing that you need to be cautious of as we're getting older. If you are well hydrated and you have very dark yellow pee, that could be a sign of liver failure. Also could be a sign of kidney function issues. So
Knowledge is power.
the
check
more
your
you
pee.
know.
Check your shit too. You never know.
Insert that now.
Not all diarrhea is the same.
Either we're trying to close that section out with the
Hey,
more you know.
I got to give my
And it
medical
keeps going,
PSAs.
oh my god.
Here we go.
Medical PSAs. Check your poops and pees. Move on.
I'll continue.
This goes off the rails so easy.
So in 2000, the Oklahoma Foundation for Digestive Research, also a real thing, found in a study that 72% of athletes have actually suffered from lower intensive distress.
That like a tummy ache?
Lower intensive, that means they shit themselves.
Oh.
Is that what we're calling it? A lower intestine
Distress.
distress
Yeah.
event? That's it?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, you're a distance runner. Wasn't that kind of common practice for like the elite distance peoples?
Before you start running, you take yourself to the restroom and you
Yeah.
cleanse thyself.
If you're in like the front of the pack and you want to clutch that win and you weren't able to get it all out, and you're like a top athlete.
Allow me to continue my story.
All right.
For you. So,
I hope it ends well.
as it says, 72%. That seems like a pretty high number, right? Pretty high?
I never shit myself. Not during
since
athletics.
Producer Moo has been getting back into the exercise, this is something you're going to want to watch out for. It's called exercise-induced ischemic colitis.
Induced.
God, such complicated names.
Basically, you start exercising and the body starts shutting down blood flow to your non-essentials. That's your digestive tract. That's your waste management system, because it wants to take all that blood and get it to where you need it. Your heart, your lungs, keep breathing.
It's like in Star Trek where they're like, divert all power to shields, and it sucks the power from everything else.
Exactly. Yeah. So now you have all this water and all these other materials that your body would normally be, your digestive tract is on. So normally you're absorbing what you need. You're not really like, flushing it all out. When you're exercising, all the blood's going to your heart, lungs, your muscles, straight to the sphincter. It's just going straight to the back door, which is lovingly referred to as a prairie dogging.
That's what it's doing this.
Yeah, just a little peek out. So the way it's explained in this article, basically there's two O-rings back there. One that you can control sort of.
Right.
The other one, you got no part in that. And they're constantly at war with each other.
It's just going to do what it's going to do.
And unfortunately for you, the one you control, not the stronger of the two. So
catastrophic failure.
You're going to have a catastrophic failure eventually. Exactly.
Oh, man.
So, like I said, this has happened to tons of athletes. And he put a bunch of examples in there for us. So in 2001 at the Wimbledon, Serena Williams actually had to plead with the chair ump and told him, I can't hold this. Luckily, was allowed to be excused.
She didn't have to roll out on a wheelchair with a towel over her head.
She did not.
I'm never going to let that one go, by the way.
The New Orleans Saints. Remember when they won the Super Bowl, beat the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess like the next year, a number of the players, in this article, Scott Fujita was the main guy he talked to, but they started referring to it as the super bowel.
Was my science teacher.
Super bowel.
The super bowel.
They
all have like the hotel breakfast that morning, and
I guess this is a reference to pre-kickoff. He said, like, this is, the most exciting time of our lives. We're all getting amped up. Everyone was in a stall, fucking blowing it up. It was like like the worst smell.
I wonder
like,
if it was like
recorded in
stress
history.
induced.
It had to be. Get those nervous poops.
Right.
I've never had nervous poops.
Never?
No,
Wow.
I just
Nerves of steel on this guy.
nah, my tummy's just always upset, so I just poop when I need to poop, but it never seems to come up when I'm nervous.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. All right, so nervous poops at the
Yeah, nervous
Super Bowl.
poops. So, as to not escape our love of NASCAR, in 2004, at
We use
the
our love of NASCAR very loosely
Yeah,
on this show.
our love of NASCAR. We love NASCAR. Days of Thunder 2, make it happen, Tom Cruise. Let's go. Anyway, I digress. Tony Stewart, in the middle of the race, I guess he had some tummy troubles going on, actually radioed in to his pit crew and told them, get a relief driver ready. I need a relief driver.
Wait,
So
wait.
apparently that also answers one of our old questions from the Days of Thunder episodes.
What happens when you have to poop during a race?
Yeah, they
So
can get a
some dude
relief
just
driver.
jumped
So
in.
you could just tag another driver in,
Essentially, yeah.
and
Do they
then
have
like
their
the
own
next
car,
pit
or they
stop,
just,
they just
like,
switch
jump?
back out.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Man.
Maybe you can only do it like once, so maybe he was out of the race for the rest
Kind
of
of
the
like
race.
baseball when you like sub out, you're done.
You're done.
We'll look into this more. Third NASCAR episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. So
You're
excited.
Follow up.
Anyway, minutes after letting his crew know, he came back on the mic and said, never mind.
I don't want to be the crew that has to clean that up.
That's not a
What?
good. That's not a good. When you say you have to go and then you're just like, never mind. It's never a good sign.
I mean, at that point, it's already too late, so you might as well finish it out,
Yeah,
right?
so-
That catastrophic failure you were referencing earlier.
He did.
Catastrophically failed.
He did end up winning this race.
Good for
Instead of
him.
going straight to victory lane,
Straight
he
to the bathroom.
detoured over to his trailer.
He just drove home.
Everyone, they waited for him for like 10 minutes over there. He finally showed up and just told them, I had to fix my hair.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
why is your
And change
racing
his suit out? Yeah.
why is your racing suit on fire back there?
He had to furiously wash down his butt hairs.
Yeah. So those are kind of like little like hot shot examples the guy put in. He kind of had two like longer sections about two different athletes. So I'll get into those. The first was a man named Robbie Tobeck. He played primarily for the Seahawks during his career. He was their center. 2001, they had a road trip. They traveled out to DC to play the Washington Douchebags. And
Nice.
I'm an Eagles fan.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't know.
Fair.
And they traveled out there early, and towards the end of the week, prior to the game day, started getting like really bad stomach virus. So by the time game day showed up, the man had lost 10 pounds and a roommate. So he was rooming with another one of the linemen. Apparently, the man was allowed to find a new room because the stench and the sounds were like horrific.
It's like I'd rather sleep in the hallway.
Yeah,
losing-
pretty
I'll
much.
sleep on the team bus out in the parking lot. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Yeah.
If you're
So the
losing
Seahawks-
10 pounds while pooping,
Oh, it's
you
crazy.
See a doctor, real bad.
You're
I'm-
dying.
I'm sure he did. So I guess the Seahawks got off to kind of slow start that year is when Mike Holmgren was the head coach. And he gave some speech about like, toughing it out and all this. So the guy's like, all right, I got to play. So he downs as much Imodium as he can find. He says, and basically that stuff's just supposed to plug you up. Like, nothing's supposed to break those walls.
Halftime, that cork is popping loose, man.
Yeah. So I guess they had it set up too. They had like the training staff brought out like multiple pairs of pants for him. Just had him behind the bench. They
Got
had
him
like
on
a
standby.
They had like a bucket for him, so he could crap in it, and like like the little curtains that they usually have for like concussion protocol and all
It's
that.
like one of those pop-up tents. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So game time comes. He makes it in. First snap of the game, gets the snap off. He's he's still good.
Just right. It's
Yeah.
right on death row
Yeah,
there.
so gets the snap off on the first play. He's blocking, getting his assignment in, holding off like some huge 300-pound man, and his own running back, Sean Alexander, just blasts him from behind, just runs right into him.
Oh, it jarred everything loose, didn't it?
Pretty much. He said he hit the ground and just kind of laid there and was like, all right. Like, he knew what happened.
Pants on, so stand by, everybody.
And all that, he's kind of thinking, like, what do I do? And his exact quote was, heck, it's only Hasselbeck, who was the quarterback. I'll stay in the game.
So, if it was a Hall of Fame quarterback, he'd have changed his pants, but he's like, Hasselbeck, he can deal with it.
So I guess the next play was supposed to be out of shotgun. They end up audibling, so the quarterback has to get all up under there. I don't think he realized right away. The way the story was written, like all the other linemen and all the other defensive linemen, like they already knew.
Yeah.
Like the stench was horrible.
The top of your hand is on the butt. It is touching the butt. So
this guy, like, he made it sound like it was up his back. Like it was like it was so
it traveled, it defied gravity and went up his jersey.
Yeah, it was so obvious, I guess. The next time they traveled out there, they put Depends in his locker, in the visiting locker.
That's hilarious.
So anyway, like I said, they keep going. And Hasselbeck doesn't really know, like the quarterback doesn't really know what is going on still.
He's not seeing the streaks?
I guess not. He's just in the zone. And it isn't until they get off the field and an equipment manager runs over to him and tells him, hey, I'd stop licking my hands if I were you.
Oh, no. Well, you don't go in palm up. So, I mean, if he's doing one of those, like, the one guy that I've seen do that more than anybody is Drew Brees, right? He used to lick his hands on, like, every single play. Even when the defense was playing, you'd see him on the sideline and he'd be licking his hands. I don't get it, but that's he must have had an entire meal during the game then.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. So the last one, this one, the whole article is kind of structured around this event. It's where the chocolate mess name comes from. That's how this athlete referred to what happened. So her name was Julie Moss, and this happened at the 1982 Ironman triathlon. So for those who don't know, triathlon, the Ironman triathlon, it's a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and you finish it off with a marathon. Who is breathing so hard into the mic?
That would be Producer Moo.
Fucking hell.
I can't hear you. Gotta tell me.
Anyway, so that's the layout for this. So it says with about 10 miles left in the race, like, starts feeling it. Starts feeling the tummy, the bubble guts. It's coming. And with a half mile to go, she's in the lead. She's winning this race. Half mile to go, starts thinking, all right, I got to figure out what I'm going to do here. Ahead of her, she sees a savior, a sizzler. Everyone loves Sizzler.
The way she stopped mid-triathlon and it was like, I need to dip into that Sizzler real quick.
There's a Sizzler right there. Behind her, a lead that is quickly vanishing. They're approaching. She decides, I'm going to keep going.
Oh, no.
I'm going to do this thing. And a quarter mile to go. It's when things go bad. And I'd like to just, I'm going to read a portion of the article because it was so beautifully written. I couldn't do it justice, just, kind of recapping. Yeah. So allow me the words of our man, David Fleming, who wrote this article. And here's what happened at about the quarter mile mark. Exhausted and dangerously dehydrated, Moss was losing control of her body with every step. But she trudged on, pushing herself toward victory. The legs went first. A quarter mile after passing the Sizzler, Moss wobbled. Then her knees buckled inward, and she telescoped to the ground like a dynamited building. The moment she hit the pavement, her bowels cut loose, emptying against her will. The torrent breached her dainty light blue running shorts and moved down her legs, where the hot, acidic fecal matter stung her skin and the putrid stench tattooed the inside of her nostrils.
This is the most eloquent
Imagine that.
article I've ever
Right?
heard. This is beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Stephen King, step aside.
so that happened. And in shock, she said, "Oh, best part. This was being broadcast on World or Wide World of Sports."
Oh no.
Yes.
So the whole world saw it happen,
Yes.
potentially.
And they got the cameras rushed in to capture the moment.
Mm.
She obviously was horrified.
Imagine in this
And-
day and age where everybody's got one of these and everybody's just like,
Yep. Yeah. So, and this is probably, I know there probably wasn't a lot of channels back then. Like, this was on. Like, people are watching this. So she, kind of things sat there for like 2 minutes and was like, all right, what do I do here? She got back up, kept going, with like 200 meters left. Said she fell again and started like crawling to the finish line.
what a
Got
hero.
Got passed with like 10 feet to go.
Did she win?
She got
No,
passed.
she got passed with 10 feet to go. Did she come in second?
Oh,
I think she came in second. Yeah.
That's still pretty impressive that you
It's
can
so
completely
damn impressive.
shit yourself during a triathlon
Yes.
and still come in second.
Yeah. Super impressive. And actually, it said this was not the only time that she was caught on camera in this situation. So it had happened to her before, but this was like, I think like the big one. She got invited onto like some sports shows to talk about it. Even got invited, an invite from Letterman to go on the show, but she didn't end up going on. She was afraid this is kind of like, it's just going to end up being
Just guns.
what this
Gun-shy
episode
again.
is poop talk. A whole bunch of poop talk. So that's kind of the end of the story.
This is
sucks.
Yeah.
This is
And she's not
fantastic.
like ashamed about it. She said, looking back on it, she is more ashamed of the trucker hat she decided to wear during the race.
If
so-
that's the
She's
level of
moved on.
humility you have, yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's
I
good.
hope the world has.
Yeah, she's like a legend in the triathlon like universe, like is in their Hall of Fame. So look at her go.
The Fecal Hall of Fame.
This
Yeah,
congeniality
probably in that
for
one too.
pooping. Mhm.
What do you guys think about all that?
You'd never catch
Scarred?
me in that situation because I ain't doing a
Scarred for
triathlon
life?
anyway.
You played some
Sometimes-
football though. You ever shit yourself?
I never shit myself playing football.
Sometimes you gotta
Never.
poop.
Now that I come to think of it, like I didn't even go like before or during halftime. It was just
You're a monster.
well, I was also pretty careful about what I ate, so I was never in that situation. Like I was very very conscious of like what should I eat as a pregame snack or something like that, and I'd have like a pretty bland-ish sub sandwich, like a turkey and like a
Good-
turkey
good
and
for
Swiss or something like
you.
that. Yeah,
My,
you always got to watch out for that.
We ate, me and one of my buddies, we would go to KFC before games. We'd have
no.
the chicken strip meal. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You gotta fuel the body.
I wouldn't tempt
Yeah.
fate with anything greasy before a
Supposed
football
to do
game.
that like the day before and during the day.
Yeah, carb load before, like the day before. Yep. Yeah,
Don't
no,
eat-
you'd never catch me.
KFC,
shit my
bro.
pants.
Shout outs to the Colonel, wherever you are.
Kentucky.
Yeah. So I actually don't have a game or a top 10. I thought we'd do something a little different. Normally, I'll come with a game or one of us has like our own top 10. I figured we'd work on one together as a group.
Ooh.
And maybe not even a top 10. Let's see where this takes us. So here's the criteria. I want to compile a list of the top poop moments in film.
Paul Pierce, number one.
In film, again, as
It
I
was
said.
on film as a camera was rolling.
No, this needs to be a feature film. Do you want to talk about Paul Pierce real quick so you can get it out?
Harold and
I
Kumar.
just really do, because I mean, I'm glad you've afforded me a platform to get this out.
I'd like, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, I'd like to clear the floor, and we invite Brennan on for this special feature.
Thank you. I appreciate that intro.
You're welcome, sir. The floor is yours.
I have a bone to pick with Paul Pierce. It's been alluded to for a long time here. As a Lakers fan myself, I hate the Celtics. I just can't stand them. And I hate Paul Pierce. Can't stand him either. So this is a guy who straight shit his pants during an NBA. I think it was a playoff game too, if I'm not mistaken.
NBA Finals, I believe.
Okay, Finals. So it was a very, very important game. This is a guy who shit his pants during the game and sat on the floor in agony, like his femur got snapped in half, to the point where he had to be wheelchaired off of the court with a towel over his head. You'd think this man was broken, gone for the season-ending injury. He's done, right? He's career over. So wheelchair him off. Then like 10 minutes later, he comes sprinting back onto the court and is like good as new. So I'm sitting there myself and I'm thinking, there's just no way. He's not injured. Clearly, we see no evidence of that. He's not faking a limp. He's not playing it off at all. So years later, during an interview, after a picture had surfaced on the internet with a little bit of a, let's say, a brown note to the picture, it was admitted by the man himself. He shit his pants during this game. I mean, the shame you have to sit there and fake an injury, get wheelchaired off of the court, when the woman we were just talking about ran a triathlon. Not only did she not scurry off with a quarter mile or whatever to go, she sat there and went, I'm going to persevere and I'm going to get through this. I don't care if people see that I shit my pants in the middle of a triathlon.
Hell yeah.
I'm going for the win. Paul Pierce, you're a bitch. All right. It's out. I'm good. Move on.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
By the way, this keeps, I sent it to you guys earlier. This seems to be a curse for the Celtics.
Good.
There was
Celtics.
a clip I sent y'all of one of the summer league players named JD Davison, and maybe you can put the video up, Moo Man.
Oh yeah, he had
Oh,
the
I
brown
You guys remember
spot.
this one?
Holy
Yeah, definitely pooped himself.
Yeah.
I don't know what else that would be from.
He's super
No,
nervous.
it was poop.
Summer League's real competitive.
He trusted a fart.
All them rookies.
So there we go. But back to the matter at hand. You said Harold and Kumar, so we're talking about the battle shits.
Battle shit. Fuck yeah.
That was a great moment. I myself like to go towards a classic Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
I feel like that scene really paved the way for
when he's in her cabin.
yes.
They're getting ready to go out on date night.
It wasn't
Also,
a
my
poop,
man scooped in on the other dude's date and just hijacked it.
It wasn't a poop moment, but it was on a toilet. Jurassic Park.
It was a poop moment.
No,
Jeff Daniels had his best acting right there.
I'm talking about Jurassic Park when he gets eaten by the T-Rex, the lawyer.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
The shitter.
Yeah, eating right off of the porta
Well,
shitter.
I love that one. I want poop to be involved. I feel that has to be part of the criteria because that is a great toilet moment. And there's other great toilet moments. We need the poop to be coming out.
I can't really remember any poop moments.
I was reminded of one. You guys remember Three Ninjas, the original?
Oh, that was the three kids, right?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
they put the
Was there one that was
stuff
called
in
like
it.
Tum Tum?
Yeah,
it is
Tum Tum.
Tum
Okay,
Tum
I
is the one that made the,
I remember
the
Tum Tum.
laxative concoction.
Yes.
Tum Tum went to Cam High.
Good for Tum Tum.
Good job, Tum Tum.
Yeah,
Who knows where everyone went to high school?
apparently.
Well, that's because he like hit on an ex-girlfriend of mine or something.
Tum Tum almost swooped in, man.
Fucking Tum Tum.
He was Tum Tum throughout high school, from what I understand.
Yeah, once you're in that movie and you have that name, that sticks forever. Even if it was during a movie, you would be known as Tum Tum.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm reaching back into my mind palace back here, going through all the files that
The
I have
files?
stored up here. Yeah, I don't. I'm not recalling like a ton of cinematic poop moments.
Luckily, I pulled up a little list for us.
Okay, yeah, I was like, if I was reminded of one, I would
Let's
probably
see.
remember it.
American
Austin.
Pie. When Stifler gets what's his
Oh,
face.
shipbreak.
Yes.
Oh, well, they were in. He was in the high school stall, and it was in the women's room, right?
Yes, sir.
That
Okay, I
That's the
remember
one.
that. Yeah, yeah. When he was saying he was playing like off like he was Stifler, and then all the girls wanted him because he had like a
what's his
foot
name?
long.
Is this
A
Dan
lap hog?
Aykroyd
Yeah,
and
a
Austin
lap
Powers? Was-
Tom
Yeah,
Arnold is in Austin Powers.
Tom Arnold. It's one of
Yeah.
those dudes. Yeah, I'm watching
The
that
Who
one
Does
right
Number
now.
2 work for?
Yeah. Who does number 2 work for? And he's like wrestling
Yes.
it down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's when you're writing a movie. If you're like a
But there is no
screenplay
actual
writer
poop
or something,
involved.
who thinks I'm going to write a poop moment into this script, and how will it play into? It's got to be a movie like American Pie, right? It has to be that kind of humor to work in.
Yeah, so the list there, I wouldn't say any of these are serious movies.
No, you're not going to see Jason Bourne dropping a deuce in the middle of a car chase.
Why not, though? Well, maybe not in the middle of the car chase,
You're
but
asking the right questions, but
yeah.
because
Like,
everybody
I want
poops.
the Batman movie where he's mostly Bruce Wayne. And, maybe
Yeah,
just
what?
had a rough night of Batmaning. He on the way back to the
Rough
cave.
night of vigilante
He
justice.
stops. He stops at his local Taco Bell. Just like he needs a quick pick me up.
Well,
You know,
he's doing athletic stuff. Like that thing's like a big like latex onesie. Like what happens if you just gotta go?
Yeah, how
Like
do you even get that off?
you're not stripping that down super fast, right? They've never shown him like like suit up like Iron Man, right? And it just kind of like Iron Man probably has like a nanobot like flap that pops out of his
I mean,
ass or something.
we've seen in the MCU where Tony Stark can get out of an Iron Man suit just by it just opens up and he walks out.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, that's
Batman's just in his suit. You've never actually seen Batman suit up
yeah,
except that he's pulled like on
I don't
his
even know
like
how it would open. Like, does it have a zipper? Is it Velcro?
right?
Like,
Because like
where's the
no,
entry and exit?
it's
the
literally
Bale
like
suits, you get like two versions. Like the original one was like a one whole suit.
I get it.
true.
I
Yeah.
have a theory.
What you got?
Butt flap. It's hidden
No,
You
by the
think there's a
cape.
butt flap?
It's hidden by the
That
cape.
makes sense. Maybe
Right?
that's why he wears the cape then.
Yep. Butt flap.
I feel like that leaves like an opening, you know? Like it's like it'd be a weakness in the suit.
Well, you wouldn't
Like the
really
the
have a
villains go for it straight for the
reason
butt
just
flap.
punching you in the butt. You see Bane just butt punching him instead. Like
If
there's
they
no right hook across the face. He's just punching him in
if
the
they knew
anus the
there
whole
was a
Just
weak
time.
bends him
spot,
over.
Anal punched. Yeah.
well, if it has like if it's like easily removed, I mean, I guess like maybe you make like bulletproof zipper or something. Like how does it work, right? Like
Why
if
do you have your
it's
back
like
turned to
all
your
he's all
enemy anyway?
bulletproofed up and shit. I mean, I guess the cape
That's
covers
true.
it for the most part.
Yeah. Is it like the Mr. Potato Head, like butt drop kind of deal?
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird to think about because those suits are skin tight, tight.
it's true.
They
Spider-Man,
are.
Yeah, I mean,
like
superhero suits are not poop accessible.
They're not.
even like the costume versions that you can get from like the store during Halloween and stuff, like you have to really like struggle to get out of some of those to be able to do any business.
They're not made. They're not poop friendly.
Mm-mm. Just rip a hole in the back.
I feel like we could design an entire costume line, just the three of us.
Designed
poop,
around.
yeah, poop accessible costumes. Why has this market not been tapped into yet?
Finally onto something.
We're finally cracking the code here.
Do you have more movies? Because I'm not finding very many.
No, there wasn't actually a ton. There was for remembers next Friday, the one where he moves out to Rancho Cucamonga and his dad goes out to get him.
Yeah.
He eats that big burrito, kills everybody. White Chicks had the poop
It's
scene.
been a minute since I've seen that.
Yeah, that was a good one. There wasn't really a ton though.
Yeah,
I guess like all of the Jackass movies
Yeah.
That's-
The,
at least have like a moment.
I mean, a lot of that is like volcanic poop, though. It's Party Boy with just
Yeah.
his ass painted up as like mountains or something, and in some nice model scene, just like a model train going around, and then just
So gross.
Chris Pontius is the poop goat.
Ugh, that's so bad.
You don't
I
want to
like
be
it.
known as the.
I don't like it.
Your nickname is just the poop goat. You're probably doing a lot of things wrong in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reassess your career.
Do you got anything else for us, Moo Man? What are you
Nah,
looking up
man.
over there?
ChatGPT's gotten dumber and it's not very good anymore.
How'd you try Googling? You tried Google?
You'll Google.
Google sucks. If you already Googled it and you found that list. Well,
That is true.
Fine.
Fair point. Producer Moo
It is. I feel like my searches go quicker though.
well, I've already found all the stuff that you found, so I'm trying to ask.
I'm thinking there's not a
Oh.
lot of poop in cinema.
I'm trying
It's
to
not-
ask
forgot a great
deeper
one.
questions. Is it Dogma?
Bridesmaids.
Oh,
Oh yeah, wasn't that like in the middle of a street?
It was she did it in like a bathroom sink.
Oh, bathroom sink. Okay.
Oh, there was in the middle of the street though too. Another one did in the middle of the street. There's so
Yeah.
much poop. That was multiple poops going on at the same time. That might be the
That's
greatest moment in history.
Greatest poop moment.
Greatest poop moment in cinematic history. We have determined it is Bridesmaids for the number of poops,
Instances.
poop instances. That's all I got.
That's fair.
We've done it again. Another poop episode.
It's
have.
gotta be like the 5th or 6th one out of
I
like
think
30 something.
We've got animal poop left, and I think we're pretty tapped out after that.
animal poop is called
wait.
scat.
I have
See,
one.
we got a scat episode. What you got?
I have one that we all glanced over.
I'm the scat man.
In Jurassic Park, the Triceratops, where she just reaches in
Oh,
to the poop, elbow deep.
That's,
We
yeah,
did forget
Jurassic
about
Park.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it wasn't human poop. It was giant.
It wasn't, but it was poop.
We might have to classify that for the scat episode.
Okay, fine. That
Was
works.
the scat?
I'm
I
just
think we
saying
should
it was a person, a human reaching into poop.
It was
so
it
it's
was
still,
a human reaching into poop. I think Moo Man should be in charge of the scat episode.
Yep.
The
He's
listeners have spoken, and they want to hear Moo Man take the lead on an episode.
You ready to lose your interest in Moo Man?
Maybe
best-
we just let him stick to the editing.
I'm best off the cuff. Yeah,
He
man.
told us he doesn't even edit.
I do. I go through and I make Brennan's audio not sound like it's gonna burn your ears off, and then I make your audio a little bit level, and then I raise my audio by like 40. Yeah, I do that.
You have that Barry Manilow.
The last
voice.
episode I edited because we had good back and forth. That made it worth it. This next episode I didn't do that because we were talking over each other too much. So it's just the triples.
We
Great.
love talking over each other.
That's what
Yeah,
we do best.
it's really hard to do the back and forth without making the episode like 2 hours long. And I get all them shorts done.
He does a lot of work.
Mm.
He
Probably
probably
paying the
works
big
harder than
bucks.
he probably works harder than we do on these.
Yeah. I now have to do 2 chroma keys for my screen and for Brennan's screen. I don't do anything for Matt because he doesn't have a green screen.
Someday.
I have
Beautiful
to
the way it is.
Someday he'll pull the cord on that.
I have to
$30
search for
green
pictures
screen.
I don't have the rights to use to put in the background. Probably
Yep.
shouldn't admit that on microphone. Yeah, they know already. No, they don't. They don't watch our show.
They don't care.
No one cares.
Dogma shit demon.
No one cares. We pretty much do these whole episodes just to get like shorts out of them. This is just like a practice run. It's the whole
It's a
thing.
it's a
The whole thing
practice
is a
run.
practice run for the shorts.
So we can just pick out the good parts.
Exactly.
There you go. There's a shit.
The rest of it's all filler.
There's a poop demon in Dogma.
Yeah, the
And
Golgotha.
yeah,
There is
it
a poop
overflows
demon. That's
the.
right.
Mm-hmm.
See, ChatGPT came through.
It was
Took
like
a second.
It was like Pizza the Hut, but poop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably used the same
Oh,
costume.
Spaceballs is a great movie.
It is.
One of the best.
Dogma's a great
One
movie
of the best.
that we'll never get
Dogma
to see
also
ever
is a great
again
movie.
because you can't find it anywhere.
Spaceballs.
I own it.
I own it.
No Dogma.
Oh,
I own it.
I also I own that one too.
Nice. Well, that's a treasure. You can sell it online for a few $100.
You can't even buy Dogma?
No, because Weinstein's in jail and it'll never get released again.
Really?
Can't buy it.
I mean, I know Weinstein's in jail, but
No, because Dogma is part of Miramax, and like a ton of Miramax Kevin Smith stuff has been just like permanently locked away.
except if you just look on Netflix and it's $28.98, or not Netflix, Amazon. You can literally just buy it right there.
Oh, well,
Dogma.
somebody's selling it.
Yeah.
But for a while there, I remember trying to buy it and nobody could, and I looked it up, and Kevin Smith was like, "Yeah, Miramax fucked them and wasn't releasing some of his shit."
Yeah, just Amazon.
Is it sold and through Amazon or is it through a third party?
It's just sold through Amazon.
Maybe they finally released it. I haven't looked in years.
Oh, sold
got
by
a
SMJ Shop. There you go.
Oh, SMJ Shop. Shout out to you
If
guys.
it's not shipped and sold,
You're our
Keeping it real.
if it's
sponsor.
not shipped and sold by Amazon, it's a scam.
I don't know. I would pull the trigger on that if I didn't have it.
Do it, Moo.
No,
Buy it right
I
now.
only buy from.
Do it for the
I
gram.
only ship through if it's.
I only
Amazon.
support Jeff Bezos, the billionaire.
No, because I
astronaut,
can.
not
If
small
I get
businesses.
fucked, I can do proper returns from it.
If you can also just charge it back. It's the same thing.
Chargebacks don't always
Get your money
work
back.
properly. Plus, you do too many chargebacks, your bank's gonna get upset with you.
Yeah, I think I've charged back like one thing ever. It's not like a habitual
Why
thing
put
where I'm
my-
like, I went down to the local Burger King, got a meal, and then said, no, I didn't eat that. Give me my money back.
Why put myself in that situation?
That's what it's there for. It's if you don't get what you paid for.
They just need to release all this shit on Netflix. See, Amazon doesn't sell it. If Amazon's not selling it, I don't want it.
If I can't support this billionaire, I don't want it anywhere.
No, I
You would be the last person I would expect to hear that from.
can't. The world works the way it works. I mean, it's like you support it or you don't, but you can't get shit.
Mongo just a pawn in game of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't beat the
Shout out Mel Brooks again.
Yeah.
I can't beat the billionaires, so if I want something, I kind of have to fucking, suck the billionaire dick.
Know who else you can't beat? You can't beat Julie Moss. Hooped herself. She runs faster, jumps higher, and frolics
She
harder.
really did.
And poops harder. Okay, bye.
I'm not gonna stop recording yet because last time we said something super funny right after we
Did
stopped.
we?
I like how I
I'm
already
just
said
letting-
bye, and you're like, nah, this isn't
I can
done
cut
yet.
off.
No, it's done. But this is just all extra stuff for Moo to work with if he
This is-
wants.
We just came
We'll
back for the
put this
encore
on the-
right now.
Because we told a great joke right after the last one, and I was like,
We can
should've
put this one on the
stopped, damn it.
Patreon. Special edition costs $56. Fuck that. See, I'm not paying that much for a goddamn DVD. I don't even have a DVD player. My computer doesn't have a DVD player.
look at that. We finished before 10 o'clock my time. This is
That's
fucking
because we're only
incredible.
doing one
Beautiful.
episode. I know. I might actually get to
Yeah.
watch some movie.
I know, but still.
I got Disney Plus again.
Yeah.
Mario Bros.
I think we're gonna go see Dead Reckoning
I
on
don't know
Wednesday.
what that is.
Mission Impossible.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I want to see that one.
I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, you guys want some poop related content to add on
Yes.
to the bonus features here? All right. So the wife and I last night, we had our date night. We went and saw another live podcast. We went and saw Small Town Murder. If you don't listen to their podcast, it's great. Highly recommend you guys check it out and subscribe to their podcast.
After you subscribe to
After you
ours.
subscribe to ours.
Like and subscribe.
Just saying, shout out to other good creators. So it's just two guys, and they always find like a really, really small town. I mean, they're looking at like the last town that we went and saw last night was like 1,400 people. So it's really, really small towns. We're not talking like 50,000. It's like small. And they just find murders that happen within that town, and they go like in super depth. They do like a whole here's what the town looks like, here's the census, here's what housing looks like. And then they go into like they paint the picture of the town and then they get into the details surrounding whatever murder happened. So we see their podcast. It's great. Got out at like 10:30 last night and Nicole's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, me too. Where do you want to go eat? So found a ramen place. And took forever to get our food. But when we did, we ordered it like extra spicy.
Of course you
And
did.
I love spicy food. So tasted good. It was great. Get home, my stomach's like the
You
fuse
fool.
is burning. The fuse is burning and getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And I'm like, I gotta shit real bad. So get home,
Poopies.
drop my wallet and stuff on the couch, and I just beeline it, right? That was the first of many last night.
Nice, nice.
I mean, I was up at like 2 and then 2:30 and then 3:45 and
Oh,
then like
no.
6 a.m. And it was so hot. It was so hot.
How you feeling now?
Oh, yeah. So since I was up all night, you guys are gonna like this. Got up, we had some farmer boys for breakfast this morning. And I was like, all right, I got my food down, my stomach's a little settled now. I need to take a nap. So I go like crash at like 11 this morning, right? And I didn't set an alarm because I was like, yeah, I'll probably just wake up in like whatever 2 hours. It's fine. I woke up 15 minutes before we had to do this podcast.
Hell yes.
And I was like, oh my god, it's 6:45. I have to go set up right now. So yeah, I
Wow.
almost slept through this because ramen attacks.
You could have food poisoning.
I don't think so. It just went in very, very spicy and it came out
Did
very,
it
very
taste
spicy.
good?
I think you're dead.
I could be just
Was
a
it
shell of
good?
myself.
You want to shout?
It was
You
so,
want
all
to
that
give
matters,
him a
really.
shout
So
out, and we'll
good.
make a short out of this.
Yeah, it was called Rocky Rocky.
Okay.
Shout
Yeah.
out to
Tastes
you.
delicious going
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Feels amazing coming out.
Don't order the spice ball on the side. Don't do it. It's like they took an ice cream scoop out with just like the hottest thing, like ball of pepper and spices they could get, and they were just like, oh yeah, just put it in there and mix it in, and it'll dissolve.
Yeah.
No, it also dissolved in my lower intestines and
Hell yeah.
tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Dogs are going nuts in the back here.
That's okay. We're
We
animal
already-
lovers.
Yeah, we made it
It's
through.
true. We did it.
We did it again.
We are the best at what we do out there.
What about
Easily
poop?
easily
Easily-
top 3, obviously like top 30,000 out there.
For sure. We have to be in the top 15 poop related podcasts.
I mean, we might be
there.
number 1 in that category. I don't
We
know.
might be.
If we probably are.
Mhm.
We're the
I
poop
don't
goats.
We really should just like really narrow our
We need to rebrand ourselves.
yeah.
We've been going about this
How
all
are you
wrong.
feeling poop?
We're not frolicking, we're pooping harder.
Run faster, jump higher, and poop
Poop
harder.
harder.
I feel like the topic is a not good topic, or like not a. It's fun and it gets us some hits, but I think YouTube doesn't like that topic for monetization reasons. We're not
It's okay.
monetizing.
I don't care about them.
We're not here to appease to the
Yeah.
No,
corporations.
We're just
To
here
the
for this.
overlords.
We're here to appease to what people want to hear. People want to hear about poop.
Yeah.
We're just giving the
Rock
people
fight.
what they want.
They do good.
Keeps putting us down. Like we don't even have to say the number. No one knows until they go on and really look.
As soon as they look.
Hey, right, man. It's okay.
This
Hey,
guy's destroying the pod from
we
the inside.
have gotten 3 followers or 3 subscribers in the last 3 days. So, booyah.
So you should have led with that.
What? I'm just being
Should've.
honest.
I'm just waiting for us to do a live podcast. At
This
one
is
point.
live.
A porta potty.
Coming to a porta potty near you. The Poop Harder podcast is coming to
Yo,
your
we
town.
We could rent out one of those fancy ones that they used to have at school when the bathrooms were broken or they were doing remodels. We could each sit in a
Yep.
We could each have like our own stall.
Trailer. One of the fancy ones that Matt talked about once with the clocks and the sink inside.
That was
Keep
so
track
nice.
of the time.
Yep.
Episode 1. Listen to episode 1.
That is the porta potty one.
That's true.
Can we go back and re-release the first, like...
We never released the first 4 on YouTube.
So
First 4,
somebody
yeah.
at work had a good idea, and we should, instead of just doing shorts, because a lot of that stuff is like, a lot of the shorts can be longer content. We can do like more like 5-minute clips and just release them on the YouTube channel and see if any of that gets pushed. So I don't know about re-releasing the whole thing, but maybe some like 5-minute segments.
It's perfect.
Do it. There's too much content. There's 4 episodes worth of content that have not seen the light of YouTube's.
Did I ever put that on YouTube? I think we like missed like the first handful of episodes, right?
It started
Our
at
first
number
episode
5.
is the Nacho Libre
It
one.
has-
Yeah. YouTube starts at number 5.
The video.
The Taco Bell game
They're
was
all on Spotify.
phenomenal.
But yeah, the first 4 haven't seen the light of,
I mean, I
of
can
YouTube
go back
yet.
and clip stuff, and I can put it up if you really want to, but the quality was very
Yes.
low.
It's because
okay.
we were just starting. It's okay.
Vintage.
Yeah, it's our vintage collection. It's the first 4
Okay.
episodes.
At some time. Just remind me.
Put up the first 4 episodes.
Put the first 4. I was like, wait, Matt just reminded
Over
you.
time. I already forgot.
We're still in regulation.
Oh, Code Red.
Not a sponsor.
Oh
Should
yeah,
be.
'cause those are all
After all we've done for them over the years.
Supported
those are
a
all
lot of their
Zoom
business.
episodes. Just with YouTube.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, they were.
Back in
Trying
the
to think,
olden days.
what were our first 4? I'm gonna pull it up here.
It was Porta Potties,
Thunderbox was number 1.
Season
I remember
B,
the
Taco.
Lord
Taco
Flathead,
Bell.
and luggage tag.
Oh yeah, Lord Flathead had a lot of good content in it.
That one did have a lot of good content. That one had some really good shorts out of it.
Yeah. Like everybody's first friend getting raided by the FBI.
Mhm.
Can't let that slip by YouTube. The amount of people that probably know about that are probably like super small amount of people.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't either until I researched it. And I found that we were lied
Actually,
to.
I have a bunch of clips from that. Why did we clip these? Oh, weren't you like posting them on Insta?
Instagram only.
So I could just release these. How long are these?
Re-release on YouTube.
Oh, it's like a 2-second clip.
He's just over there smiling and staring.
Is this give you audio or no?
No.
Every time I try to share something,
That's why I didn't change the zoom.
every time I try to change
vintage
something these
collection.
days, it doesn't share the audio.
Look at that sweet turkey in the wolf hat. Look at my naked wall.
It's grown so much. There's been, look, you can
I'm
see
not
stuff
even
has
in
been
that-
rearranged.
I'm not even in that closet anymore.
Moved on
And
to
you
bigger
barely
and
had
better
you
things.
better-
barely had
better.
anything behind you.
Yeah. Shows how far
God,
this has come.
These
Look
were
how
when the
young we
podcasts
look.
were only 30 minutes. Or at least tried to be.
Yeah.
That right there is that one's like our. Could you hear that or no? I don't know
No.
why it doesn't share audio anymore. It's really annoying. Oops. See, it doesn't, like every time I tell it to share a screen, it doesn't do it. But that one says it could give you diarrhea and talks about the podcast.
Oh, how our podcast could give you diarrhea? It probably
Yeah.
could. Get audio diarrhea, right?
I think so.
I know so, because you know what? There was an episode of South Park where Cartman found the brown note, and when he played the brown note, everybody pooped their pants.
See?
Yeah. You can get audio diarrhea. Audio-induced diarrhea. Every time I say induced, talking about poop, it's funny.
Top 12 toilet paper brands. Pioneer of pooping.
Pooping pioneer.
God, we did have some great moments.
We've got to be the most
We're the
well-known
leading
pooping pioneers
yeah.
at this point, right?
Number 1 poop podcast.
Rebrand it.
Pioneer.
Just do it.
Salmonella.
I think that's who we were talking about. Was like the first porta potty user was a pooping pioneer.
That's like a really short one, but it's just salmonella's next. You want that? No. That's more diarrhea.
See, just brown gold just sitting in your files over there.
We are the shitter to the stars. These are all like super short clips. See? This is
Gold.
that's what you guys were before me.
It's the same. Nothing has changed.
We just have one more person talking about it.
Pre-moo and post-moo.
We were successful.
During moo.
Can you cut that? Can you do us talking about poop before and then one of us after? Just put pre and post moo.
See how
It's
we've
just the same.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, the poop.
I'm really surprised we were like 30 something episodes in. Going strong.
It's been like a year and a half.
That's right.
Just doesn't feel like it sometimes because we take long extended breaks sometimes.
Yeah, man.
That's because we don't do this full time and people have to do stuff.
Yeah.
Except for me.
I hate that.
We don't do this full time.
I work,
yet.
I guess, now. Not much, though.
Yeah, you work now.
I give 2 shits at work now. That's pretty fucking great.
Nah. See?
It all comes back.
See, it's
I can't-
spreading.
I can't poop at
spreading.
work though. I dread the day that I have to take a trip to Browntown.
What do you, dude? Getting
What do you
paid to
mean?
poop is the best.
Yeah.
You're literally
Boss-
getting
No,
paid to
but-
poop.
Boss makes $1, you make a dime. That's why you shit on company time.
My butt's
Yep.
become weak, and the toilet paper's
It's because they don't have bidets at work. It's got to wipe with toilet paper. It feels like
What do I-
60 grit
what do
sandpaper
I
at work.
do with
toilet paper's not
What's
sufficient.
this for?
It's just
Oh, let's get okay. So we talked about this on episode 1 actually, but I want producer Moo's input. So I've always championed the wet wipe. My second favorite, though, I was telling Brendan, is I either want the wet wipe or I want that really, really cheap
I remember. You like the single ply shitty gross like sandpaper on your ass.
Where are you at when you don't have your bidet?
Luxury to poverty. There's no in
The
between.
Charmin.
Well, the other stuff, the other stuff's too soft. It just tears.
No, I do the Charmin like
At least with the grit, the single ply grit sandpaper, I can get like a
so like there's like the Charmin.
get some decent traction out of that.
Some road rash also.
I think it's like Charmin Ultra Strong. It's in the red bag. It's like double or triple ply, and it's super strong, and it doesn't leave.
That seems like too many plies. Like that would just the plies just shred apart.
It's life of
No,
luxury, man.
He's
I
like
don't know what
bidet or quadruple ply.
No, I've never had it come apart.
Bidet or microfiber.
It might not
give me
even be
death
like
otherwise.
triple ply, but it's super thick, and it's good. But what I learned is you don't go for the ultra soft because that's the one that leaves like weird fucking mildew and like little pieces on your butt.
Dingleberries.
No, it's like little toilet paper pieces. It's gross. Dingleberries is poop. I haven't had a dingleberry in so
Paper
long.
berries.
People berries.
Paper berries.
Paper berries. All right. But yes, I like Charmin Ultra Strong for my toilet
There you
paper
go.
of choice.
I think we currently have Kirkland.
Can't
I
go
love a
wrong.
good Kirkland. It's because it's Kirkland.
Solid
I buy
2-ply.
them fancy stuff.
That's because you only use 2 squares at a time.
Yeah. It's just like to dab.
You're just soaking up moisture.
I live
at
in
that
Vegas, and we're not allowed to use a lot of water, but I use it to spray my asshole clean.
Point. Right? Everybody's like, you can't water your lawn, and Moo's over there just getting a butthole
Blasting his
cleanse.
asshole.
Yeah, you can't stop me. I won't wash my dishes for a week, so I can blast my asshole with water.
We saw you lick one clean and call it good.
Oh, I'm gonna have a pudding. It looks like poop.
Did we cut the pudding
I'm
section?
gonna have a pudding. Mm.
I don't think I haven't. I'm wondering, is the pudding part one of the ones that you sent me for a clip? 'Cause that's in the episode that I'm taking
I'm pretty
clips
sure. Yeah,
from.
I'm pretty sure I've seen.
Well, no, that was that.
You got a couple more
Yeah,
clips
there's
left,
still
right?
like 2 or 3, so I must not got to
Okay.
it because I was at like the end of the episode.
So what do we have this week? A new episode?
It's the Brennan
One of the
one.
Brennan ones, right? The 10 the celebrity.
Yeah, the like, who the fuck are you or whatever.
Yeah. Were you at
That was
the
a good one.
But you better start working on it. You got a lot of bleeping to do in the first 15
It was way
minutes.
more entertaining us just talking shit about bleeping. I listened to most of it, and it was like I did one bleep, and it was you did a meet for the Roadrunner, and I
I want that overlaid on
I cut
everything. Because I only really used it on the
no,
intro.
dude, there's so
for
many
each
fucks
one.
on there.
No,
we went so hard.
We went hard.
It would take
Real
me
hard.
hours to cut
The
it
first
well.
15 minutes was us just
Like there's
I know we were really letting it all out as much as we could, and then 15
Yeah.
minutes, and then we dialed it back.
So I
little.
thought about it. I even cut the meat, and all I did was for the good. Like there was like take like 3 or 4 of Matt trying to do the intro was him actually completing it. And when he said, "Who the fuck are you?" I cut the fuck out and I put meat.
That's perfect.
And then it goes right back into the F word like nonstop. So I do
Oh, I'm
some
so
editing.
excited.
Just
So excited.
like I go through and
Yeah.
see if the episode
Excited for
is
that.
like
I'm actually going to stop this
yeah, you're
episode
fine.
now. I think we're done being funny.